I know for a fact we all have that one person in our lives that struggles with their mental health. However, you may not realize, because most of the times these people that do struggle with their mental health just keep it into themselves. If you do know someone that struggles with their mental health, or you yourself struggle with your own mental health, this video is perfect for you. In this video, I'll be guiding you on how to improve your mental health through sports, fitness, exercise, and just following your hobbies and passions. And no, this isn't going to be one of those easy 3-step guides that you see all over the internet. So buckle up and pay close attention to what I'll be going through in this video. So first off, why is mental health important? After many hours of deep research, I found out that there are 3 main components to what makes mental health important. The first component is that mental health affects the way we think. This basically means that with poor mental health, it can make it difficult for people to focus, concentrate, and follow conversations. And worst case scenario, if somebody struggles with depression, it can impact their memory, making it harder for them to recall information. The second aspect of why mental health is important is that it impacts the way we act. You might be wondering what this means, but this basically means that with poor mental health, it also affects and impacts the way you cope with stress, which then will lead to you committing actions that you are not proud of, ruining your relationships with family and friends, and it can just affect your daily function as a human. The last component is that mental health will affect the way we feel. This is because when you struggle with mental health, you will have a lot of stress, and when somebody communicates to you, you might interpret it in the wrong way. And because you're already dealing with stress, it will make you feel terrible about yourself. So let's get to the main point. How do you actually improve your mental health? Through sports, fitness, and any type of physical activities, as well as following your passions and hobbies. I know it may sound random and unbelievable. However, this method is backed up by science. Doing physical activities actually lowers your levels of cortisol, which is your stress hormone. During exercise, your brain also releases endorphins, and this basically gives you a feeling of pleasure. Professionals and scientists actually consider exercise as a form of active meditation, and it's also considered a natural mood lifter that reduces your stress and anxiety. Not only that, but sports can also help you improve your mental health when you do something that you're proud of. For example, if you go to the gym and you finally get your dream body, it will boost your self confidence and you will feel more pleased and happy with yourself. And personally, for me, ever since I went to the gym, I've noticed that my self confidence has boosted drastically. Not only that, but after the gym, I will feel a sense of self accomplishment, and for the rest of the day, my mood will be positive. At the start, it may be scary to go to the gym because you're insecure and think what other people might think about you. That was me at first as well. But I heard this quote that changed everything, and it goes that nobody cares about you as much as you think they do. However, if you are still scared and insecure to go by yourself, I suggest that you go to the gym with a friend or just someone you trust in general. If you don't think the gym is your thing or you just aren't interested, I suggest that you can start or try a new sport. And the best sports, I think, would be team sports that involves meeting new people that you're unfamiliar with. Some examples are like football, soccer, basketball, volleyball, rugby, and many more. Me personally, I chose to do football or soccer, where I got to meet at least 30 new people and made at least 20 friends from. I know that going to a new football team or like just a team in general can be overwhelming, and it was for me too. But as you slowly open up and get to know them, you realize that everybody is quite similar and nobody's really judging or hating on you.
And again, if you're scared to go by yourself, you could always invite a friend to go with you. I'm encouraging you to pursue sports because when you're doing sports, your dopamine levels are boosted as well as your serotonin levels, which will help you to regulate your mood and improve your focus. And dopamine will also give you a sense of gratification or satisfaction. Studies have also shown that exercise is a natural antidepressant that helps to reduce your anxiety and calm your nervous system. Regular physical activities helps to regulate your sleep cycles, which is crucial for mood stability and your cognitive function. This is since better sleep leads to improved emotional resilience, and more sleep helps us to become more emotionally stable. Personally, for me, after football training or a hard workout, I noticed that my sleep would improve and I would go into deeper sleep. But this is also proven by science, as when you're sleeping, your body is recovering your muscles. One very little but actually very crucial part that I did not mention before was your diet. This is because food is the fuel of our body. So if you are taking in not enough food, you have not enough fuel to have your body function properly, especially your brain. And if you eat too much or eat too unhealthy, you'll be overweight. And 90% of the times it will cause you to become even more insecure. Of course, everything I've mentioned in this video will help you, but you have to be consistent and it will take a long time. You might not see results or notice results in the first few days or weeks, but I guarantee you and I assure you that if you are consistent, you will see progress in a year or maybe 3 months. So you just have to keep pushing yourself and keep going. Moral of the video: your mental health can be fixed and improved easily through sports and fitness. You just have to believe in yourself. I'm gonna end the video on a quote, and it goes, "The most effective way to do it is to do it." And you better remember this quote. Thank you for watching. And don't be afraid to message me if you have any more questions.